Tales from Our Universe's Edge, Story 2, The Warrior Jim, Chapter 1. A sleek ship sits on the icy floor, deep inside a cave in the far north, with snow blowing around the cave floor. Inside the ship is a single occupant. The only light is a glow coming from the video screens in the cockpit, creating illumination. The constant hiss of the background noise is suddenly interrupted with an incoming message. A voice can be heard over the communication system. Maintain positions. No movement has been detected. No communications have been received by the alien ship. Pilot helmet has the name Mica written on it. Mica double presses an acknowledge button on the complex panel of screens associated with buttons and dials in front of her. She begins talking to her computer. Computer, personal mode activated. This recording is to my husband's. If this recording reaches you, I would like you to understand that I love you and this was not my doing. I was ordered to this location, away from you. I'm not sure why we were not positioned together as we have always been in the past, but again, not my doing. When the alien ship appeared in orbit around our planet, I was called to the commander's office and given orders to fly my ship to this location and begin monitoring. I was ordered to stay on radio silence unless I discovered some major information. I was ordered not to discuss this mission even with you, and to leave immediately. We have been together for a long time as our government's lead special forces team. It has been a long trip to get here. Never discussed how I came to be with the team, and I would like you to know my path to our meeting. I think it first started when I had the chance to work with the design engineers before we ever met. I had finished school and delivered a paper on increasing sensitivity of sensors. Mica entered the commander's office and snapped to attention. Sir, Mica reporting as commanded. At ease, soldier. Please take a seat. Mica nervously sat while the commander finished his paperwork. After sitting aside his work, he slowly looked at Mica. I see you hold a top secret clearance. Your graduate paper was brought to command attention. Have you heard of the Variax project? No, sir. Your clearance supports you receiving a briefing on Variax project. Your transfer papers have been cut, and you will report tomorrow. You're dismissed. Sir, report where? It will be in your orders that will be delivered to you tonight, to your room. That is all I can tell you. Yes, sir. Mica rose and started to leave. She turned and looked back at the commander with a question on her face. The commander had already started working on other papers and did not see her look. Without seeing any response from the command, Mica exited and headed to her room to pack. Mica had finished packing and lay on her bed waiting for something to happen. Suddenly, she heard a knock on the door. Mica put down the book she was reading and approached the door. Yes, please identify yourself. I am a courier delivering your transfer orders. Mica opened the door and sees a lieutenant commander in full dress uniform. She reacted as trained and came to attention. Yes, sir. Identification, please. Mica picked up her identification from the desk and showed it to the lieutenant commander. He handed her an envelope. Please have your bags packed and ready at 0700. You will be met outside. Do not expect to return here. He returned and left, not looking back. Mica watched him walk away for a moment, then closed the door and opened the envelope to find transfer papers, but nothing else. No indication of where she was transferred to. She stood looking at the papers with a questioning look on her face. Early the next morning, Mica stood on the sidewalk outside her barracks building with her duffel bag looking around to see what might happen. At exactly 7 a.m., a black transport pulls up. Door opens. Mica speaks to the inside of the transport. I'm Mica. Are you looking for me? A voice came from inside the transport. Yes. Please enter. I'm here to transport you. Mica put her duffel bag inside and entered the transport. As soon as she was inside, the door automatically closed and the transport pulled away. It was totally black inside, and there was no view outside. Can you tell me where I'm going? Nothing is heard. With no response, Mica sat back and waited.